For about 2 seconds at a Genius Girlfriend fan meeting, Hu Yitian stopped performing a scene and started reacting to a real person. That distinction matters more than it sounds, and Rabbit News Hallyu thinks it's the actual story buried inside this event. On August 7, 2026, in Hangzhou, the cast of Genius Girlfriend gathered for a fan meeting built to celebrate the drama's central romance, the improbable pairing of a towering genius and the shorter, sharp-tongued girlfriend who spent the whole show looking up at him, literally and narratively. The event had a shape everyone could predict. Reenact the famous scenes. Trade a few scripted lines. Let the fans scream. What nobody predicted was the 2 seconds where Hu Yitian, mid-reenactment, reached out and pulled Tian Xiwei in to look directly into her eyes. She wasn't ready for it. "Oh my God, you scared me," she blurted, and the honesty of that reaction, no performance, no polish, is what actually got the room laughing. Not the joke. The crack in the performance. Here's the thing about fan meetings, they're built to look spontaneous while being almost entirely blocked out in advance. Talent agencies script the beats. Hosts know the cues. Even the surprise moments tend to have a rehearsal history. So when something happens that visibly isn't part of that choreography, when an actor pulls his co-star close and the audience can see, in real time, that she didn't see it coming, that's not just a cute clip. That's a rupture in the format itself, and ruptures are what audiences remember. Watch what happened immediately after. Hu Yitian didn't pull back. He leaned in further, close enough that the two were nearly face to face, and the crowd's reaction shifted from laughter to something closer to held breath, enough that fans online started joking they were about to kiss. Tian Xiwei, for her part, recovered fast. Within a beat she'd reset her expression, opened her eyes wide, and started watching the interaction almost like a bystander in her own scene. That pivot, startled, then self-aware, then playing along, is arguably more revealing than the initial moment. It shows an actor who can absorb an unscripted beat and immediately fold it back into the performance without losing the audience. But there's a detail buried further into the event that reframes everything that came before it. The fan meeting also restaged the drama's signature scene, the one built around a 20-centimeter height gap between the two leads, with Tian Xiwei constantly looking up at Hu Yitian both physically and emotionally. On stage, he didn't just reenact it. He inverted it. Standing at 188 centimeters against her 168, he planted his feet wide and crouched down until, for the first time, she was the one looking down at him. It's a small physical gag. It's also, structurally, the exact same move as the eye contact moment minutes earlier, an actor voluntarily surrendering control of a scene's geometry to create a real reaction instead of a rehearsed one. That's the pattern worth sitting with. Twice in one event, the most talked about moments came from a planned scene being deliberately broken, not performed straight. This is where it stops being about one fan meeting and starts being about how promotional events are being run in 2026. Scripted content, the trailers, the posters, the official stills, still exists, and it still does the job of getting a drama in front of an audience. But it rarely gets the reaction that raw, visibly unscripted footage does. A crouched-down actor letting his co-star look down at him for the first time in the show's run generates more organic sharing than a polished key visual ever could, because it reads as something that couldn't have been fully planned. Whether or not it actually was. There's also a media framing layer worth noticing. Coverage of this fan meeting didn't lead with the drama's plot, the network, or the release schedule. It led with the eye contact moment and the height reversal, the two beats that felt least like marketing. That's not accidental. Outlets and fan accounts alike know that headlines built around a spontaneous feeling interaction travel further on social platforms than headlines built around a promotional milestone. The algorithm rewards the illusion of candor, so coverage increasingly chases it, which in turn shapes what gets highlighted from an event after the fact. The moment didn't just happen, it got selected, repeatedly, out of everything else that happened on that stage. That's the calculated part. Genuine spontaneity is unpredictable by definition. You can't schedule a real reaction. What you can do is build an event structure loose enough that spontaneity has room to happen, and then trust that if it does, it'll outperform everything you scripted around it. Industry observers have increasingly pointed to this kind of structured looseness as a deliberate promotional strategy rather than an accident of live events. Give the cast space, let the chemistry breathe, and let the clip do the marketing your official assets can't. There's a career angle here too. Height gap physical comedy and eye contact tension are low-risk terrain for two co-stars, playful enough to generate buzz, ambiguous enough to avoid the kind of romantic framing that agencies typically want to keep at arm's length during a drama's promotional window. Hu Yitian and Tian Xiwei aren't being positioned as a real-life pairing in any official capacity here. What's being positioned is on-screen chemistry, which is a very different, and much safer, commodity. The interaction plays into the fiction, Zhixia and Jiang dynamic, without making claims about anything outside it. Which is exactly why the moment traveled the way it did. Fans latched onto the height reversal and started calling it the cutest height gap fan service, a phrase that frames the whole exchange as service to the audience's investment in the drama's central relationship, not as commentary on the actors' personal lives. That distinction is doing a lot of work. It lets a genuinely charged, ambiguous couple of seconds circulate widely without crossing into speculation the agencies would need to manage. Fan interpretation split in a way that's worth flagging, too. Part of the audience stayed fixed on the surface-level comedy, the hair jokes, the crouching, the sheer physical absurdity of a 20-centimeter gap closing on command. Another part focused on the tension underneath it, describing the eye contact as carrying just the right distance, close enough to register, careful enough not to claim anything. Both readings can be true at once, and that's arguably the point of engineering a moment this ambiguous in the first place. It gives every viewer a version of the story they're comfortable projecting onto, without the production ever having to confirm or deny what any of it really means. That ambiguity isn't a loose end. It's the mechanism. Zoom out, and this fan meeting fits a broader shift Rabbit News Hallyu keeps tracking across CN promotion this year. Unscripted moments are consistently outperforming produced marketing content, and productions are adjusting their events accordingly. It's not that official campaigns are disappearing. It's that the highest value content at these events increasingly comes from the margins, the ad-libbed line, the reaction nobody rehearsed, the physical gag that goes slightly further than planned. What used to be a byproduct of a good fan meeting is starting to look like the actual objective. Compare that to how streaming platforms have started treating cast chemistry more broadly this year, leaning on behind-the-scenes footage, radio-style co-hosting segments, and loosely structured joint appearances instead of polished junket interviews. The format is different every time, but the underlying calculation is the same: give two leads unstructured time together on camera, and the audience will do the marketing work themselves by clipping, captioning, and recirculating whatever feels most real. Genius Girlfriend isn't inventing this approach. It's applying an increasingly standard playbook to a specific pairing, at a specific moment, for a specific drama that needs momentum going into its remaining broadcast run. None of this confirms anything about what Hu Yitian and Tian Xiwei's relationship is off-camera, and it shouldn't be read that way. What it does confirm is something about how their promotional team, and increasingly, CN promotion in general, understands audience attention right now. A rehearsed beat gets watched once. A real one, or something that convincingly looks real, gets replayed, clipped, and argued about. 2 seconds of unplanned eye contact did more for Genius Girlfriend this week than any official poster was going to. It's worth sitting with why that's true instead of just noting that it is. Audiences have spent years watching produced content that's optimized down to the frame, timed reveals, coordinated outfits, pre-approved talking points. That polish builds recognition, but it doesn't build the sense of discovery that makes a clip feel worth sharing. The moment someone catches an actor genuinely startled, or genuinely improvising, the footage stops feeling like marketing and starts feeling like evidence, proof of a real person underneath the presto version. Whether that evidence is engineered or accidental barely changes how it functions once it's out in the world. What changes is how deliberately productions have started trying to create the conditions for it. If you like entertainment coverage that goes further than the headline, the kind that catches the quiet signals most coverage skips past, that's exactly what Rabbit News Hallyu is built for. Subscribe if you want analysis, not just news.